and welcome on back to the next episode of Speedrun Guide for A Heritage of Dragon's Tail Z. I also don't know why I wanted the level up screen. But yeah, so now after we get done with the Ice Palace, we want to travel back all the way down to the new town that we went to. I go bonked and I go ow. We go back to the Isle of Awakening, and then we enter the town. And then look, suddenly boss fight. Yeah, this is another one of those fights that there's not really a good singular strat for because he just moves around so freaking much. Now, on the plus side, our sword does do technically extra damage to him, which is nice. Yeah, I'm not a fan of getting set on fire, but... Oh, I did that again. I'm gonna take this now. I think that might have healed more than we needed, but... Yeah, he tries to do like a bunch of cool looking attacks. Oh, come on. Oh yeah, he does the dragon fist thing too. Which does actually do quite a lot of damage to us, so we do need to be careful ourselves. Okay. I did not... Oh. Okay, so this I think does also do some good damage if we knock it back to him, but it's really hard to because most of it's angled. Oh god, okay. Safety level up. Yeah, once you get your attack maxed out, you can save all your level ups for like safety heals. That's literally all your level points are good for at this point. Wow, we actually got to skip that big attack phase. Let's second go. Yeah, because he basically does like an almost full screen attack that will do a lot of damage to you if you're in a shaded spot of the screen. But yeah, like I said, for the most part, as long as you have like good defense, you can kind of get through everything pretty safely. But yeah, so once we beat that section, we will go ahead and fast travel back up to the Soul Well. Yeah, I'm kind of realizing my boss, at least the last few boss fights, I haven't really done any proper explaining. One important thing here. So this is probably like the only glitch that we actually used in the speedrun. You enter this forest here, immediately exit to the right, and you pop back up on the north end of the forest, so you can actually skip that entire stage. Then you head over to Yggdrasil. So this is going to be, I think, the longest section of the entire speedrun, because there are just so many different areas. Also, we have our upgraded sword now. So we have sword beams, which does a modest amount of damage. It's at least better than the sword beams in the Link to the Past. And now our base sword does double damage as well. So now we have all the attack power to work with. Yeah, for some reason you have to like mash up here to make this work. I had to move further right to make that work. That was weird. Maybe it's had to be more centerized for it to work. Yeah, there is an XP bubble in the water to the left there, but it's only worth like maybe 100 or so experience. It's not worth it. There'll be an XP bubble we do find later on that is so much far more worth it. Also, I forgot to turn my wind back on. And yeah, we have the phasing in and out platforms, kind of like in, I guess not quite like Mega Man 2. There's another game that has a kind of similar system, but I can't think of the full name of it. Also, we can technically kind of, not like that we can't. If you have like the right timing, yeah, like that, you can kind of skip that little bit of that section. It's not a lot of time save, but it's at least some time save if you really want to focus on like the details. Also, now is when you probably want to add a second level to your MP usage. We're going to be using the wind spell significantly in this area. So you want to make sure you have enough MP to be able to account for that. You could get a third level in it if you want, but it's not really necessary. Ow. Also, that's another funny little bug. The enemy, I think, just spawns like 1 pixel too low, so it doesn't actually make it on the platform, so it just falls away instantly. It's kind of one of my favorite things. Ow! And welcome on in, Zinogre. How you doing tonight? Why are you bonking me? Yeah, I kind of enjoy these little vertical sections because you can make them so trivial with the wind spell. And it's so heckin' fun to do. Okay, that was a bad spot. We had like multiple frames of walking. Yeah, kind of a lot of this level is basically just kind of learning where the platforms are and when you can jump and when you shouldn't jump. And everything can be slightly off cycle if you do just like one slightly different thing wrong. So it's kind of hard to really like give like a super set path or expectation of timing as a result. But yeah, just eventually learn the platforms and you'll be good to go. Yeah, most of this you can basically just kind of just go constantly and you'll be fine. Wasn't sure I was gonna make that platform, but I'm glad I did. Yeah, like I said, this is a section where you can be using the wind spell a very much lot amount of times. So you definitely want to have some extra MP usage available. Also, we can skip that section. We can mostly skip this section. We can jump up onto here. We can mostly skip this section. And we can skip this section. That section is just so heckin' fun to do, just because of the wind spell being the way it is. It's probably like the coolest movement segment of the entire speedrun, I would say. Yeah, I thought I would jump too high for that. Yeah, that cycle can suck if you miss it, because you literally cannot progress if you miss it. You have to wait it out. The funny thing is that if I'd actually focused this on like a proper speedrun instead of a guide, I think I might be on PB Pacing right now, the way my splits have gone. How are you? Well, you were drunk with a housemate earlier, started a heated discussion about clip-on boobs, and now you're watching a video about how people develop thalassophobia. I forget what thalassophobia is. I know I've heard the term before, I just forget what it's meaning. Get up there, please. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well tonight. There's some sections of my guide that I feel like I probably could have explained better, especially most when it comes to like bosses and stuff like that, but I think I'm mostly happy with how I'm... Never mind, I am now sad. Eternal sadness. Fear of the deep ocean. Okay. That's not what I thought that was. I don't know what I thought that was, but it's not what I thought that was. What is the proper name for, like... I don't know if this is the right way to phrase it, but, like, for, like, fear of swimming or trying to, like, float in water. What is there a term for that? So I can pretty much guarantee that is something that I absolutely have. Okay, I can make that work still. Yeah, as long as you touch the ground there, and you can basically regain your wind spell, you can make through that section without any real concern. Oh god, okay. I was trying to pogo off that little flying guy, but I missed entirely. Is it the same thing? Because I'm not talking about just like deep water. I'm just talking about just trying to swim / exist in water in general. Like, I mean, if the water is only, like, say, like, if it's, like, 4 foot deep, like, not enough for me to, like, risk drowning in, I'm perfectly fine. If it's something I have to actually attempt to, like, float in some way, shape, or form in, I basically go into, like, panic attack mode. I'm kind of wondering if maybe that's, like, something I have, or if I'm just, like, something else going on. Alright, this boss fight is extremely simple. You just go up. You give the griffins many angry pets with your sword. And also, when they yell at you, yell back at them. Yell back at them with your sword. I'm still not even sure what the correct way to, like, button mash out of that segment is. I've just been imagining, like, pretty much every button except for the one that uses my spell, because I don't want to spend an MP. But yeah, Oh my god, I have not been stunned so much in this fight. Thank you. Now you want to know the answer? Yeah, I would love to know if there's like a proper terminology for that kind of thing. I've had so many people in my life try to teach me how to swim, and just the second the water gets to like, say like chin level, that's when I just lose control of myself. Also, on the plus side, I have been streaming with the enhanced broadcasting thing with the NVIDIA card I have. We've not had a single drop frame all night. So I'm thinking whatever happened, maybe like I had an update that finally fixed it, or maybe it was like a Twitch server thing, but whatever it was, everything seems to have finally fixed itself. Which I am heckin' thankful for. Just aquaphobia? I mean, that does kind of make sense, because aquaphobia is literally just water fear, but... I don't know, I would have thought I had like a more specific name assigned to it. Oh, I thought I had another wind spell available. That's on me. Honestly, I used to be like a primary bath person back in the day, but at one point I just kind of like started shifting over to just like showers, and I can't go back to taking baths now. I don't even know what it is. My brain's just kind of weird about things in general though, so maybe that's something to do with it. But yeah, baths are nice and cozy. For sure. Also, avoid getting hit by that enemy's spear, the angel spear, because even with the half damage, it'll do like 3 hearts to you. In a second annoying. Free checkpoint. Yeah, that's a section right there where you technically don't gain any time by doing the extended long jump. But it's kind of just still more fun to do it that way, so I still do it. Heck you, Angel. Yeah, like I said before, if there's any time where you don't feel comfortable with like a particular jump or the way a certain movement is going, by all means, feel free to kind of bail out if you need to and go to safety. Because it's better to lose a second to that kind of reset than to lose an entire minute to a death. That's like the big comment I feel needs to be said about this kind of speed run. Yeah, this is another one of those platform sections where the extended long jump doesn't really save a lot, if like anything. Oh, okay, I got kind of lucky with that. Not gonna lie. Okay, this is a section I tried to figure out like a skip for. It is just not possible as much as I want it to be. I did a little bit more googling. Search fear of drowning. Is that thalassophobia or aquaphobia? Huh. I feel like aquaphobia is probably the closer of the two. I don't know, I mean the thing is, if I see something that just says like fear of water, also when you see these red snake guys, if you jump off the screen using the wind spell and you basically kind of dash past them, they basically lose tracking of you and they just stop chasing you, and they can actually, you can get them behind you so they no longer like affect you for the rest of the stage, which is super nice. But yeah, I would figure aquaphobia would probably be the closer one, because that's kind of more, it's not as specific to like deep ocean like thalassophobia is, but also still feels like too generalized, because it's like I said, like if I'm just like taking a bath in the bathtub, that I have no problem with that whatsoever. And if I'm in like a pool that like maybe say like 4 foot deep water, again, no problem. It's just the second I need to like try to swim or try to balance myself, that's when I have the issues. I think you can technically like damage boost to this entire area, but it just seems like too much of a pain. Also, this is a big skip right here, so you want to jump up onto this platform, jump, wind spell, double jump. This skips basically, I think, like a good at least 30 seconds. Actually, you know what? Let's find out how much that actually saves. That's one thing I've been meaning to do for a while. How much time does this... I didn't know you could chase me from there. Okay, so in that case... Okay, so let's start the timer. Let's find out how much time this actually saves by doing that. Let's reset the timer and go. Now, we do have the unfortunate thing of the extra guy... Actually, that's... I thought there was more second than that. Okay. That's only like 10 seconds max of time save. Well, now we know. It's a small time save, but it's still a time save. That's how I'm looking at it. Yeah, I really do wish there were like bigger sequence skips we could do. Hey, definitely not arguing with that one. Yeah, especially when our time is getting like ever like kind of more efficient and tighter as we just do more of it. I did not feel confident. Also, if you do this, he'll be immediately alerted to you, but he will never do anything about it. Something is broken with his AI, and I love the game for it. He'll just stand there with no will sweat off his back. Ow. And now I'm trying to figure out if we can actually make it to the end of Yggdrasil before the ads have to run. Because they're currently scheduled in like about 4.5 minutes. I do still have my snoozes I could do to try and kind of skip those. I'm actually lower on health than I want to be. Oh god. Oh god, this is going terribly. Okay, safety leveling. That's why these level points are still here, so you can keep just doing this. Oh my god, for the love of... Oh my freaking... Okay. Yeah, sometimes the game just hates you. And at some point, you just learn to live with that. Thankfully, this guy's a pushover. You can do the same trick on him by just going off the stage and he loses tracking on you. I keep thinking of how much range the lightning guy has with his attack. Oh, I was gonna get through any of that in the first go. Okay, now we can go. Dang it. Yeah, you can technically do it like jump off the vine, do the wind spell, and get a little bit extra speed there, but it's really inconsistent to try to do. Like, for some reason, the jump button will not always get you off the vine. And I don't know why. I can never probably dash past that guy. I need to figure out some kind of better move or a strat for that. Okay, if I'd done that earlier, that would have worked, but... Yeah, this guy is so freaking harmless. I can almost feel bad that he can't do anything. Okay, get that checkpoint. Well, that didn't work. So this is one of the few, if not only instances, where you actually have to just deal with this guy's existence. And there's the freaking curse. Okay. No, as long as we don't get burning condition, I think we're fine. Yeah, I think we should be fine. Curse will wear off soon enough. I think it actually wears off once we get on this platform, so we should be fine. Go. Okay, that was actually good movement on that guy. Oh my god, I actually saved that. Let's second go. Okay. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and snooze the ads real quick. Now, I'm gonna try to make it to, by the time I get to the actual boss fight, then I'll probably end the current guide video there. And we'll just have the last guide video just be for all the final boss fights. I feel like that makes the most sense. And these things move super fast. You can mostly just dodge through them still, as long as you don't get crushed by them. Should be fine with pretty much any other amount of damage. Oh, I'm playing it safe. Another one of these guys. He's trying his best to be relevant. I really do feel bad for him. He just doesn't do anything. Okay, so I think here is where the yeah, this is the pre-final boss segments here. Okay, once we get up to the doorway, we will end the current guide video. I will take a bio break, and then we'll finish up the rest of the guide. You technically could do the wind spell to get up there faster, but it saves like fractions of a second maybe, and that's if you do it right the first time. You can buy some extra healing items if you want to, but once you get to a certain stage, you really don't need to. Come across all the god statues. And then here would be the boss to the, or door to the penultimate boss. So we're going to end the guide video here, because that's basically all of the platforming section of this area completed. And in the next video, and next and final video, I should say, we will have our guides on how to beat the final form or final bosses. So with that, I will see you all in the next video.